You cannot go around me or through me to get to my Father law, for he and I are one and the same. Now you see what must be done before you can be a universal architect.
There we go. You turn me down just a little bit.
Peace to the God.
1 2 1 2. Peace, 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 peace. That's a good peace, 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 peace. Yeah, there we go, there we go, there we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That clapper shit went
Yeah, peace. Peace. Yo, peace, man. Yo, this your brother, Minister Freedom, man. We up in the building. Peace, everybody. Peace. Peace to all the family, man. If you tuning in with us, man, it's your brother, Minister Freedom, Allah, man. We in here for the God and Earth Hour podcast, man. Y'all know what it is. Peace,
everybody.
Peace, man. How y'all feeling? How you feeling, IC? Peace to the God. Peace to the God,
I'm
man.
great, God. I'm great. You know
Peace to the God, man. Everything is all good.
I think no doubt, Lord.
Yeah.
Everything is good. Everything is beautiful, you know.
As it is, and always and should be. Peace to the God, man. So I will that everybody is in good health and in good energy and in good in a good mind. And all of that good stuff for today's build, man. It's always good to see everybody. I see we get y'all. We got some pieces coming in the chat on the gram, man. Peace, everybody. So we got a lot to talk about today, man. It's been an eventful night. I'm sure everybody, you know, if you haven't already seen the various podcasts we was on last night that we kicking it all the way live, man.
All the way live,
Hot man.
Off the press.
Yeah, peace, man. So we just wanted to come in here today, man, and you know, build as we usually do. Bring some powerful dialogue, take some questions, and build, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace to everybody, peace to the earth, peace, wisdom be born. We see you, peace, earth. You know, we just wanted to come add on, man. And today's topic, we talking about why we got to be seen and heard everywhere, right? Why we got to be seen and heard everywhere, man. We ain't no mystery God. The black man, true indeed, is the true and living God, and he ain't no mystery, man. So, in order for us to show and prove and continue to teach in today's time, in today's era, we know that it's important for us to be represented and be in every space that's teaching and that's coming about our knowledge, and that's a knowledgeable space and a scholarly space, and be represented because we scholars. Right, a lost 5%, man. It's a nation of gods and nerves of brothers and sisters that bring powerful information and knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to help to help resurrect the lost black youth, and not only the black youth but all the youth. Resurrect the lost people who lack in knowledge of self, and be able to give them this knowledge of self that was lost and stolen from them, man. And as well as we taught to show and prove. We taught to show and prove, you know. So, for anybody who didn't know, man, I was me and the guy was invited to come add on to my man Killer Priest, to the Killer Priest podcast, and you know, I was invited, man, to actually the talk was supposed to be with me and David Weiss. You know, we was talking about the whole flat Earth thing. And you know, of course, before the show was over, man, you know, it got wild and got uncivilized. But I see anything you want to add on and say before I keep going into it, man.
Nah. You gotta do your thing, God. You know, the guy was rudely interrupted, you know, during the course of the show or whatnot, you know.
Yeah,
go ahead, God.
It got out of a little out of order. It got a little reckless. we ain't gonna lie. We seen it go down. So, you know, and I don't want to make this. I don't want to make the focal point about that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely not about that. Today's mathematics is knowledge. You know, so what it is, the lesson is, this is why you got to know your knowledge. Right? This is why you got to know what you're talking about. Peace to the God. Peace, knowledge, sincere. This is why you got to know these teachings. We can't just walk around and we teach and we say the second degree in the 1 through 40 says that the circumference of the planet Earth is 24,896 miles, approximately 25,000 miles. We say that the planet Earth is 196 miles, 940,000 square miles, you know, in total. That the total square mileage, that's the total square miles of the planet Earth. We say the diameter of the planet Earth, 7,926 miles. So we talk about these are the sciences that we was taught and that we know, and that part of that is being able to show and prove those things at no limit of time. You know, so for me, having a conversation, you know, Killer Priest was like, yo, God, it's going to be a scholarly conversation. David, I'm gonna let David Weiss do his piece. He gonna talk. He gonna go through his whole thing about the flat Earth, and then you'll be able to present what you want to come with. You know, so my whole premise was that, you know, the original man has never taught anywhere in the whole world that the Earth was flat. Dealt with evidence from the Mesopotamians, the Babylonians, the people of Kemet, the Dogon people. All of these different ancient civilizations who always taught that the Earth was round, right? So, you know, that's my whole thing, you know. Well, what we know is that the flat Earth movement, man, that come from Rothbottom. That come from the Europeans. That come from the Flat Earth Society, man. If you listen to everything these cats talk about, it comes directly from Zetetic astronomy, you know. So what we gotta know, man, those ain't our teachings. That ain't our way of life. And as a scholar and as a student of intellectual study and intellectual research, man, it was a wonderful opportunity to be able to present math and be able to present evidence, history, study, and research, and contrary to ignorance. We got to be willing to destroy evil as we see it, man. To smash out falsehood. At no limit of time. And if you got the truth, if you got 120, if you got these lessons, this is a basic exercise in your mathematics, man, and what you know. I see, God. Was it anything you wanted to add on to that?
Yo, we throw truth at falsehood until we knock out his brains.
No, that's right. Peace, God. Peace, God. I can see that. So, and you know, I definitely, you know, I don't think that it's a thing that this ain't a thing where it's like, oh, everybody has to agree. Because I think we definitely know that, every God, every earth, we ain't gonna always see things the same. People gonna have different perspectives. I think people gonna have different sees and different ways they look at things, and different things that they studying. However, what we have to know is that if something is not right and exact, if something is incorrect, man, we ain't gonna be afraid to challenge that neither. We ain't just allowing nobody just to say something or say anything, especially somebody that come in the name.
Ain't nobody above examination.
Nobody above examination, man. Since when we do that? Go ahead, God.
No. I'm just right with you. Nobody's above examination.
And then too, man. At the end of the day, God. That's why I said it was never about examining. Lord Jamar was never a thing about him. The bill wasn't about him. It wasn't scheduled or planned that me and him was having a conversation on Killer Priest podcast. That was never the determined idea. I didn't know that Lord Jamar was about to come in on the conversation until he came in. Honestly, I had Killer Priest told me earlier that day that I was just gonna be talking to David Weiss. And that he was bringing his little crew with him. So cool. IC was over here with me. I had never. It was never said at any point in time that Lord Jamar was gonna be on a dialogue. So again, it's not a. I wanted to make that clear. It's not a. It wasn't the God. We going against one another. I don't do division, man. If I would have knew fam was about to be on there, we'd have really reconsidered if that would have even been something I would have done, cause I already knew that it was gonna go there, and yeah, God, you know what I'm saying, and we ain't no punks, man. So I ain't about to just let nobody call me out by name or say something, and we ain't gonna build back. I think part of being God and having this knowledge is being able to stand on your square. Right, is being willing to stand on your square. Hey, man, I ain't. That's why you see, I ain't resort to calling people out their name or cursing or nothing like that, man. But just when we be God and we going these places, and this anywhere, and you teaching, yeah, absolutely. Peace to the Dead Boy Void on YouTube, man. No, I agree to that. He definitely said that he came on the show to try to run me off. So what I mean? It's a shame, man. He got. Go ahead. I see.
I'm just saying, when does that start happening? When we start doing that?
When do we ever do that?
You got with the white boys, and even on the show. I remember one particular time on the show, they literally called out the guys like, "Yo, y'all come and show and prove that round earth shit."
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
It went beyond you personally. He put a shout out to the nation on the whole.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. And
my man just really got beside himself and got emotional.
Yeah.
He really had no other way to come with it. So he just broke down. You know how we say, you blow a fuse, you lose.
True. True indeed. And to Mallah Divine God on Instagram. God, I mean, what I would say, God, that for me, I think that what we fail to realize, if y'all go on, and I challenge this to anybody, if you go on TikTok, if you go on Instagram, if you go and search and see what these topics that the youth are talking about, this is one of them. You got a lot of young people who are actually buying into these YouTube videos as if they truth. You got a lot of young people, and if you go on our TikTok page and go to the last little video about the flat earth, you will see 18-year-old kids, 17-year-old kids, 16-year-old kids who actually think that the earth is flat. You know what I mean? We gotta understand, man, this the meme generation. We coming up in the meme generation. We coming up where people actually believe that the things that they Google and the things that they can search on YouTube are right and exact.
And to add on to it, what they teaching is that this is the way to your salvation. This is the way for you to get knowledge yourself. This is the purpose of why they teaching you that is around earth, because it takes your power away. And for you to be able to understand that you're not useless and you're not worthless and you somebody and you got, God-like powers, then you need to know that the earth is not round. It's the purpose. Word is bond.
Yeah.
When you ask them, why is it that you know, what's the purpose of it being a big conspiracy of everybody teaching that the earth is round? And they'll tell you that. Because it empowers you to know that the earth is flat.
No doubt. Absolutely, God. And I don't want to spend too much time on it, man, because we done been through it a couple times with fam. I'm sure y'all seen the video we posted.
And that was just another way of letting it be known
right.
that Allah is heard and seen everywhere.
I'm telling you.
You know, especially when you got someone coming in the name and propagating that foolishness.
I'm telling you.
That's really what compelled it, you know. Word is bond, just seeing that right there.
Oh yeah, God. I mean, we know. I know I ain't really laying down for no foolishness or just somebody being able to say anything. As well as, man, I don't think there's nothing wrong with the guys being able and willing to step up to the challenge.
Well, God, we on this podcast thing.
Oh yeah,
and we on this podcast thing, and that's what they're doing. And all we was doing was just answering it.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's the guys that we are. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Word is bond. Any other individuals got an issue with it, then that's the reason why you didn't do it. You know, and that's the reason why we did. That's what we chose to do. That's all. That's one way of showing and proving that you're God.
What's that?
Well, we're not sitting back, not doing something because somebody else don't like it.
No doubt.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. And even my whole thing is, even with Lord Jamar, man. I mean, it's no this. If that's what he want to believe, that's what he want to bear witness to. That's cool. He got to live that out. I'm not trying to knock him. However, if we my whole thing was, I'm not afraid to come into a position where, hey, I'm gonna present my information as a scholar and you present yours. Let's be intellectuals. I'm gonna present my evidence, you present your evidence. What I was taught, and for me it all go back to, being in the Universal Parliament or being in the Universal Rally, and you say something, and the guys will question you about where you got that from. Cause you had, bro, and what the understanding was that we ain't just here to ramble. Everything you say, you supposed to be right and exact. We ain't here to make shit up. I ain't just about to say nothing and I Googled it and I got it off Wikipedia. No. What book did you read that from? Just like if you were publishing academic work, you have to have what? Citations. If you read any academic work, they got citations. Whether they did field research or they studied the person who did field research, that's what being a scholar is all about. Taking the time to go through books, taking the time to go through these things, and in my opinion, any person who claim to be God or who know to be God or who's a true and living God can do that at no limit of time. What you say, I see?
And no question. That's how we show and prove.
Right.
Anytime I done went and I done studied, looking through different books or whatnot, one thing I've always enjoyed is looking at the footnotes.
True.
And in the footnotes is where they had explanations of certain things they may have said, in this on this particular page, and they giving you the citations, the references, where this came from. I'm saying this on this page right here in this paragraph, and here's the reference to what I'm saying, because what I said was something in reference to where I got some information from. Here's the book, here's the page, here's the name of the author. This is standard. Word. Peace, God. Peace to the God. No, true indeed. And Caleb Adams, man, on Facebook, man, appreciate it, bro. Yeah, we looking forward to being on there too. And that was the other thing. And I agree with you, man. They wanted to kick me off when I was asking for sources. So they kept pulling up a meme of these all of these
made up images of all of these supposed civilizations of that had dealt with a flat earth. And my whole thing was, okay, where's the ancient tablet that say that? Where's the ancient Hebrew? Y'all keep talking about Hebrew. Where's the ancient Hebrew writing? Y'all keep talking about Babylonians. Where's the Babylonian tablet that you got this from? And they didn't want to produce that. You know, the one brother, he went so far to tell me that because he's an expert on flat earth and the whole mindset that he don't have to make his own, he don't need no source because he's his own source.
And he take it as an insult for you to ask him
it
about
as
a source.
Yeah, he said, I take as an expert, I take it as an insult that you would even question me about what my sources are. Right. Oh, yeah. When I mentioned the Dogon, the white lady was like, yo, are you talking about the same people who had the snake head and, you know, who was running around with worshiping idols and da-da-da? We was like, oh, boy, it got kind of racy real quick. Hey, you got the racism came out real. We was like, oh, ain't nobody catch that. They gotta let that shit slide. Yo, that shit kind of slid under the rug. The day she was like, and then even when I read the went through the Mesopotamia joint, she was like, yo, if you think that says circumference, then I was like, yo, what are you saying? These ancient civilizations weren't advanced. They didn't have knowledge of these things, and you know, it was something, God. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, definitely, man. They definitely could come with the Dogon. Say he showed that he didn't study his lessons during his disrespect. He mentioned minister not part of being the lessons. You know, absolutely, God. They wouldn't really kind of let me go into some of that, man. You know, some of those little things, man. You know, and yeah, she was being a Karen. What it was, man, he kept calling her Karen. He was getting on her. He was got to getting on her about the Karen stuff, and for what they didn't realize, that's why, you know, I was really dealing with that science and just showing them that this is not a science that comes from the original man. You know what I mean? This ain't really something that comes from the original man. I was willing that my man Divine Understanding Born the Law was gonna be on here with us tonight, man. Peace to the God.
Peace, God.
The God was talking about he was gonna come through, man. I think we might have got it going a little too late for the God. So we might have missed the great God on that one, man. So yeah, man, yeah. So I just wanna show y'all. I'm gonna get the screen share going and drop a few points, God. Yeah, and yeah. Oh yeah. You know, Steph Soul on Instagram. No, they definitely had me outnumbered, man. It was like a 5-to-1 type thing, you know. You know, the brother came in. He brought his flat earth enlightener with him. You know, and he was holding him down real smooth and real smooth like that. So he was even him, man. They was all coming with, you know, the Google memes and you know, the Google memes and stuff that they was Google researching, man. But they wasn't really coming with no real science, man. And it was really something that the brother let his emotions get to him, man, and it actually got there. And if anybody take the time to watch the first half of the joint, man, we was keeping it real civilized and real peace and cool, man. You know what I'm saying? So all I was coming with that was that the original man, we don't teach that. The original man, for civilizations and centuries and centuries, as far as back as you go, we always dealt with the spherical round earth, man, and the understanding and the science of all of the planets in the universe around us. So yeah, man, yeah, definitely, man, definitely. They said at one point, yeah, absolutely, the fam did say that. He said that any history before 200 years ago is fake. I'm telling you. Oh man, they didn't catch that one. They wouldn't let me. He came in there, he hopped in there, and he really saved them European folks from getting on them.
I'm just really amazed at how,
Go ahead, God.
I'm just really amazed at how individuals, so many individuals, go so far backwards in the understanding of things and are able to be captured by this teaching with absolutely no proof, nothing to actually substantiate what it is that's being said, besides an individual saying it only makes sense.
Mm.
That's the extent of the foundation they could put behind what it is they're saying. Is that it only makes sense. I can show you this meme, and that's it. It's just amazing how individuals, an individual, like Lord Jamar, like you said, not just speaking on him. And that's why I said a lot of individuals, out here dealing with that situation on that topic. To fall for that with no facts to substantiate it is just kind of, mind-boggling to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, God. And like I said, God, keep in mind, and I'm gonna keep saying this. This whole me being when we was on the Killer Priest joint the other day, we had no knowledge that Lord Jamar was about to be on there until he made it his intention to call in and really like make it a whole thing, man. This was supposed to be an intellectual conversation with the colored brother, man, David Weiss, man, and it turned into some whole other stuff, man. So we just gonna keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here for, man. You know what I mean? We the gods. We ain't no punks. We ain't scared of no intellectual contest, no scholarly contest, man. We here to show and prove. You know what I mean? And even from that, man, we done had about a good 4 or 5 people hit us up interested in getting the knowledge, man, who was watching the Killer Priest podcast, man. So, we've been getting some good traffic, some good traction for it, man. I'm happy that the gods and the earths can be present in the spaces that we need to be present in, man. If hey, this for the true and living. Either that or we're going to continue to allow these purpose and these fakers, man, to just come in and say whatever they want. And we ain't going for it. So we that's what we going to. And I see what you're saying. We here to show and what? Prove. We're here to show and prove, man. We got to be seen and heard everywhere. And God, I wanted to ask you, what does that mean to you? What does being seen and heard everywhere mean to you?
Well, God, being seen and heard everywhere, that's something that we could break down, on multiple levels, multiple layers, And first and foremost, I'll say that, in regards to teaching this knowledge and making sure that we strive to civilize the youth and bring awareness to our people. We have to make sure that we, as a nation, as the gods and the earth, as civilized people, we're seen and heard everywhere, in all different walks of life. So we could be able to touch the people in all different walks of life, That's why you have 5%ers, that's, doctors, lawyers, as the God Dumar would say, everybody from the roto-rooter man to the architect. You understand what I'm saying? We got to be in all walks of life. Being in all walks of life is being seen and heard everywhere. Because the gods is always teaching. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're not speaking, they're teaching verbally through their ways and actions. They're teaching us. Because we strive to make sure that we move as civilized people. And being civilized amongst the people, especially in this day and time, we need to make sure that we're seen and heard everywhere.
God damn right.
That's first and foremost. Then, on another level, we could take it to looking at it from a historical perspective. We teach that the original black man is God. And that anywhere you go on the planet, you'll be able to find evidence of original people. And to me, that's just one way of being able to show and prove that, Allah's heard and seen everywhere.
Sure,
you're not going nowhere on the planet and not find original people.
Peace to the God. Peace to the God.
We could deal with it in other ways too, but
Yeah, no doubt, God. No doubt, man. So, where I was at. Yeah, God, and just to add on with you, man. For me, God, like you said, it's being present in all those spaces. Funny story for me, God. I was in when I was selling cars on the road, right? I was in Jersey. I was in Union City, New Jersey, God, selling cars, and I did the whole sale. I was in Jersey, did that sale for a week, and I didn't wear my flag the whole time. No, what it was, I didn't have a flag.
Mm.
And the day before the end of the sale, I went to see Born Everlasting, and Bill gave me a flag.
Mm.
Right, so the day when I went back to the dealership to pick up my check, I had the flag on. Right, so it was a brother there who was at the dealership, and he was one of the salespeople. And the God, well, I don't want to say the God, but my man's, he walked up to me, and he was like, "Yo, peace, man." He said, "You God?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I'm God." He said, "Man, peace, man." He sat down. He went through his whole history. My man's told me his name. He said, "Yeah, man." He said, I've been studying the lessons back in Brooklyn in such and such a year." And he got knowledge in like the 70s. And he was an older brother. Had just been knowledging me the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Just in the cut, selling cars. And he said, "Yo, man," he said, "this knowledge," he said, "what the guys told me, man, was to get up off the, don't get stuck sitting here on the corner, man, drinking 40s. Go to college. Get a skill or a trade." And he said, "Man, I started selling cars. I started getting this knowledge." He said, "I put my daughters through college." And I just remember I was so captivated, and I was so blew back, because I said, "Damn, man, this guy's everywhere. This guy's doing everything. This guy's in all walks of life. This guy," I mean, that's why I said, whoa, we seen and heard everywhere. You know what I mean? Me and the Earth one time, when we went to the last show and prove we went to, remember you told me take the Earth up to Coney Island. We get on the train. We on the train platform. My man's down there asking for change. He gets over here to me. He look up. My man's by the scene. He said, "Yo, peace to the God. What's today's mathematics?" My man just woke up. I was like, "Yo," and the Earth was kind of like, "Yo, what the fuck is happening?" Yeah. This shit. So yeah, I kind of built with the guys. Like, yo, he was like, "Yeah, guys, he said, you good? Get on this train. You gonna take this one all the way. It's gonna take you to Coney. Get up and such and such." I was like, "Yo, okay, peace to the God." So
I got a story like that. I was my first time out in Vegas. I'm out in Vegas and I'm walking down the strip. Me and my people, and you got a stormtrooper. My man in the white costume, and you got Darth Vader. In the middle of the strip. And they going at it, doing their thing or whatnot, and they stop and taking pictures with the people. And as we approaching them, my people, they stopping, they taking pictures or whatnot. And I got my flag on, and Darth Vader looking at me. He stopped. He say, "Peace to the God."
Oh shit!
This Darth Vader out of Las Vegas Strip. You know what I'm saying? The guy said he was up out of Cali. They was coming down there hustling and whatnot. And that was part of the hustle or whatnot. So I was like, yeah, Law's heard and seen everywhere.
That's some shit. Yeah, nah, that's a good one. Peace to the God. So yeah, God, like you said, and I agree with you. That's being that's what being God is all about, man. Law said this Green was in college, God. I read a lesson once that talked about the 5%ers, man. It said, some are in the ghettos of hell. Some are in the high society. Some 5%ers are in the penal institution. So when we seen and heard everywhere, man, we able to reach all of these people and teach all of these people.
God,
go ahead.
Another thing is, I strive to be a traveler.
Yes.
I like to go out and abroad. And see the world as much as I can. And one thing that I always strive to do is I always strive to seek out and search out the gods and the earths in whatever area I go to visit. Because I know that Allah is heard and seen everywhere. You understand what I'm saying? So that's
True
another
indeed.
way that I strive to make sure that I show and prove that, and make myself known, and know who is where. I think that's something that's important. So we got to make sure that we keep in contact and in tune with doing.
And God, not only that, knowing who's doing what. Right?
Yeah.
Like knowing what God is an electrician, knowing what God is in the plumbing, knowing which God is doing HVAC, which God is the lawyer, which God is graphic design, who's the public speaker, which earths are in nursing, which earths are in child care, which earths are in cosmetology, which earths are in skin care. It's like this, and I don't think this is just a lesson that applies to the gods and the earths. I think this is a lesson that applies to just people in general, man. It's success. You know, when you study successful cultures and people in the world, man, they keeping their money in the house. They seen and heard and got everything, you know, taken care of in that particular space. You know, and I did real quick too. I did want to say peace to Debbie Void, man, on YouTube, man. Peace, fam. Say yeah, man. You seen us on Killer Priest joint, man. Yeah, that's dope, man. Peace, bro. Thank you for the support, man. We definitely appreciate you.
Peace.
Born King on YouTube. I just wanted to go through these comments. He said yeah, peace, God. Homie was
King.
Peace. Homie was very disrespectful. He didn't even greet me in peace. Oh, absolutely, bro.
Listen,
yeah, we noticed that shit too.
You know, we as the gods, you know, we come in peace and we leave in peace. You understand? That brother's last words was "fuck Minister Freedom."
Yeah.
He didn't even leave with a peace. You know, and he had that predetermined. I was looking at him, you know what I'm saying, during the course of it, and I knew that's where he was gonna go. I knew he was eating at him too much. And I knew that's what he was gonna do. I knew he was gonna end it off saying "fuck Minister." You know, he was too consumed.
Yeah, you know? yeah, he was consumed. Joey Trax, man, is on the gram. God, I love it. We could build about that. I wouldn't say, when you say that's Melchizedek's teachings about the 5%ers in different parts of society, are you talking about Melchizedek that was in the Nation of Islam? Because if I'm not mistaken, that lesson go back a little further than him.
About what?
That's that Islam in 190 degrees. Well, that's what I was quoting. You know what I'm saying? He was saying that's Melchizedek's teaching about the 5%ers in different parts of society. But Caleb Adams on Facebook said he been catching up on some of the old episodes and he heard us mention that the answers to 120 were around before Elijah. He would love to hear us build more on that, if not too off topic. Yeah. Oh, absolutely,
well,
man.
That's another way you showing and proving that Allah is heard and seen everywhere.
What's that?
Those answers.
Yeah, well, no. He was saying that was those. He said that's Melchizedek's teaching.
Oh, no. I thought the brother was just asking about the lessons being before Elijah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Just understanding that knowledge and wisdom was around before Elijah. Elijah was a student. You understand? At that particular time. Just like Farrar had, lots of students that they called the temple people in the early days of Islam in Detroit. And what we call 120, that was an examination that all of the students had to go up under. And at that particular time, Elijah was one of the most studious students and had some of the best answers. And also, Elijah is just one of the ones that wrote himself in history. There were other individual ministers. Farrar had so many ministers, at this particular time. And Elijah was just one of the ministers. And he wrote himself in history. He had other ministers in Detroit that had, students, and they was teaching, the lessons too. And they was teaching them the lessons that they had, that they got from Farrar. Very, 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 very reminiscent of how the gods have lessons, and gods got their lessons from different educators or enlighteners or whatever the gods may refer to them as, their teachers or whatnot. And then some gods, based on their tree, you could hear how they quote their lessons and certain things in their lessons, and you can know who they got their lessons from. Who they got their lessons from.
And to God, I just want to add on, what we call 120 is definitely different from what's known as supreme wisdom. Okay. However, the and I say that because Allah made certain changes to what was given to the 5%ers. He gave us certain things to suit for us, as well as what we know as supreme mathematics and supreme alphabets. However, I think the question in particular was talking about, you know, the questions and answers. A lot of those questions and answers we do know, from the 1 to 40, the 1 to 14, the student enrollment, the 1 to 36. A lot of those questions and answers definitely have their root in the Nation of Islam. You know what I mean? And to that point, I mean, hold on, I'm gonna say I don't want to lose my thought, but I was saying that damn, I just read that comment. That shit made me lose my train of thought.
So what? Was the off or something?
No. You was right and exact. No, what I was saying just in terms of the lessons, I was just adding reference and what we were saying to the lessons. Now, when we talk about the one, and I take your question real quick on Instagram, Wolf Strong 365. When we talk about some of these questions and answers, it can be most the common understanding is that, or the common conception is that these were lessons that were quoted from Farrar. These were a conversation or a set of questions and answers asked by Master Farrar Muhammad directly to Elijah Muhammad. However, it can be shown and proven through historical evidence that those questions and answers predated Elijah Muhammad being a minister in the Nation of Islam. It's too loud. Yeah, so that's kind of where we was going, and I don't mind. We can kind of go into that history a little bit. If you down with that, I see.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, and real quick too. I want to take one or two of these questions. I mean, would you say that he was saying, Joey Trax was saying, was that Islam in 190 Degrees was written by Melchizedek?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I remember that lesson, but I'm not sure. However, when I was speaking about the gods being in different levels of society, it had nothing to do with.
Oh, it nothing to do. Yeah, that was me that had quoted that. Had quoted that. So what exactly is the 120? How is it different then from the supreme wisdom? So, the supreme wisdom, is something that was given, and that is given, to the students of the Nation of Islam. And that is composed of several different teachings, such as the problem book, the message to the laborers, at the actual facts, the solar facts, lost found Muslim lesson number 1, number 2, English C lesson, student enrollment, among other things. So including the restrictive law of Islam, among other teachings inside the Nation of Islam. When the law left the temple, he took the best part. He took the best part. He took the things that he knew that was going to be suited for the youth that he was teaching. And in reality, what I take from it is that in a lot of ways, what we know now is 120, and what we know now is what we teach. This is what the gods or the firstborns, this is what they learned from the Father. He didn't just say, "Oh, this is 120." They was among that man, and they began to write down the things that he was dropping on them. They began to write down the things that he was saying. You know what I mean? And when it all came to it, was certain things that he gave them. So it was things that he didn't give them, like the problem book. Like the restrictive law. We don't deal with a restrictive law among the 5%. We don't deal with the problem book because we got answers. So the 120 is supreme mathematics, supreme alphabet, student enrollment, the 1 to 14, 1 to 40, actual facts, solar facts, 1 to 36, man. So that's the 120, man. If you interested in learning about 120 and learning the right and exact way, I would connect with the gods and the earths, man, in your area. Walk and talk with them so you can learn for yourself, man. Hit the link in our bio, man. Go to the 5percentconnection.com. Put your info in, and we can get you connected with the gods and the earth, and help you get learning, man. And to Wolf Strong 365 on Instagram, man. If you talking about that yellow book that Melchizedek selling on Instagram, no, those are not the lessons. Those are his understanding. That's some stuff, he added and took away and mixed, and I mean that's his mindset, you know what I'm saying? So bro, what I would say, Wolf Strong 365, man, you want to get with this knowledge right and exact, man, and get connected to the gods, man. Hit our link or shoot us an inbox, man. And we can work to get you connected, bro. So that's what we here for, man. Is to make sure the folks getting it right and exact. And this gods and this earth's on here. Nah. Melchizedek was just one of them boys that put it on YouTube, that put it on Amazon. He just wrote a book and put it on Amazon, and those are his lessons. This ain't nothing that you can just go by, bro. Allah didn't sell this. Only thing you had to pay to get this knowledge and learn this from us, man, is to pay attention. Okay. So be wary of something that somebody's selling. I didn't pay for my lessons. And any God that tells you he had to pay for them or anything like that, man, something's wrong. Something's up. As well as the book of life is written in the minds of the gods. So you want to get the book of life and you want to walk and talk and learn the science, you got to go walk with the gods and get the book. And you don't get the book till you finish writing it down out your mind. Because we was taught when you get a new degree, when you learn a degree. So when you learn a new degree, then you write that new degree down. And then once you learn 120, you got the book. So for people thinking that 120 is a book that you can buy or 120 is a book that you can attain, no, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. 120 ain't a book that you can buy. 120 ain't something that you can just go and just attain and just put on the shelf. It's something that you gotta walk and talk and spend time in your life to build and to gain and learn in the culture, and then before long the book is in existence. And then it's a perpetual book. It's a perpetual book. Absolutely. Born King say many differences in 120 versus the supreme wisdom, the student enrollment, father of civilization. Yep, absolutely, God, absolutely. And peace to the God, PC reality, man. I gotta call you, God. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna hit you tomorrow, man. Hit me, man, early, man. I've been meaning to check up with you, God. Peace, God. I got you. I definitely got to get on you. Peace, God. And just going back to that other, I see. Was it anything you want to add on, God? I know I've been sitting here kicking this shit.
Nah, not in particular. Just adding on to the cipher.
Peace.
We continue to be adding on in regards to, like, one thing I was thinking about what you were saying in regards to just dealing with the differences. And, the God-born King had just said what he said about it, the different, the father civilization being in there.
Yeah.
That being one, marker that we have to understand whether or not you have supreme wisdom or you have 120 degrees. But however, the key word that you said to me when talking about 120 degrees is not something that you can just, pick up and go and buy or anything. It's something that has to be learned. And 120 degrees to me, what it does is it encourages and it increases critical thinking. That's what we're about, critical thinking, knowing how to think. And 120 was a blueprint to individuals that had no knowledge of self. And when they were striving to get this civilization, that was the tool and the blueprint that was used, to bring about a certain level of critical thinking, and the jewel that the gods had to bring more understanding and make 120 walk and talk was the supreme mathematics. Here's the supreme mathematics. It's the supreme mathematics. We take that and we apply that, and this is how we use, this is the tools that we use to draw up and break down 120. So
Yeah, peace, God. True indeed.
it's a learned thing that you have to do, that you're dealing with getting
Yes.
120. You're not gonna go get it. You can go and get a set of the lessons off of the internet, but you're not going to be getting 120 degrees. You're going to be getting a set of the supreme wisdom, or a set of lessons that somebody put on the internet or whatever. The greatest story ever told was told walking and talking.
I'm telling you.
The way that God described how you develop your book. That's why we call it a book of life. The last individuals that I taught 120 degrees to, they had never saw it on paper. They got it from mouth to ear, and I encouraged them to write it down once you knew it. Once you knew 120 degrees, then write it down. However, before that, it should be from mouth to ear. At least the way I like to deal with it.
Yeah, peace to the God. Absolutely. And I think that with that, man, you build that mental fortitude. Gotta take mental fortitude to be God. For real. It take mental fortitude. It take
mental fortitude to be civilized in
telling
society.
I'm telling you,
today.
God. I'm telling you.
Word is bond.
Word.
To be just and true, right and exact. That's mental fortitude.
No, definitely got shit. I sure enough expended some mental fortitude last night, man, messing with them boys. But you know how it go, God. That's why, and then it just go back. It just go back like we said, being seen and heard everywhere, God. And then even this is what I was told, man. And this is a jewel that always stuck with me, God. When we talk about being seen and heard everywhere, what Firstborn Prince said on that class, God, that if you go outside and yell to your left and your right, you say Pete, you say peace. And people looking at you like you crazy. Come on, God. Are you really active in your community? You know what I'm saying? If the places that you go and the people that you're around, they don't know who you are, they don't know what you're about, they don't know what you got. You know what I mean? That's a mystery God. At that point, what you say?
Nobody knows you. Nobody knows you, and we'll come there and we'll socialize with you, and you'll be letting us know that you God. However, if we go right outside your house and go a couple of blocks to the left, a couple of blocks to the right, and we say peace, and nobody knows anything and heard anything, and they looking at you strange, you have no interaction with the people. Or if you haven't been saying peace. You're not coming in, you're not coming in peace. You're not teaching them.
Peace, God. True indeed. Almighty God, Almighty I see, man. He said he want to build with you, God. He said he got the same name as you.
Almighty I see.
Yeah. Peace, God.
Peace. Yeah. Where's that God from?
You
know him?
I think the God gonna shoot it to me. Stunfly 84, man. I think we didn't get you, man. I'ma DM you, bro. I thought we got you squared away. Yeah. Peace to the God, man. Thank you for coming to add on. Thank you for coming to add on with us. Peace, fam. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you tapping in, man, and we appreciate everybody that hopped in with us, man. Anybody that's just joining us, we was talking about the whole thing, man, how everything went and how everything happened on the Killer Priest podcast last night. And for anybody that's still here with us, man, we're gonna be back on Killer Priest podcast this Friday. No debates, no back and forth with nobody. This we the guys, me, myself, IC, and a few other guys, man. We're gonna be on the platform solely. So Killer Priest basically gonna give us the whole platform for the first 3 hours of the show to build about a topic of our choice, and we're gonna be talking about the science of our nation, of our teachings, our way of life. Really give his audience a good introduction to who we are. You know what I'm saying? Killer Priest got a nice size audience. his videos, you know, they tend to average anywhere, you know, a good little amount, man. He have a nice live audience, so it'd be really dope, man. It'd be really dope to help introduce people to the gods, you know, because what we see is through music and through pop culture, man. You got a lot of people who have associated themselves with us. People who have, you know, got God names and still got nigga brains, man. People who done took on our names and took on pieces of our culture and speak our language and walk and talk and want to be like God. And so what happens is the 85%, you know, who looking for the knowledge and who seeking truth, they attract. They can, you know, you can mistake these corny cats for some of the real, man. So you know, I be feeling like these opportunities to get in new spaces and have these intellectual talks. It's always dope, man. You know.
I just want to say for the record too, I always like Grand Poo by myself anyway. He was the doper MC.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's one of the Caleb Adams, man. That's one of the guys I was gonna reach out to, man. See if the guy's available this Friday. You know, to come add on, see if he might be free. That'd be really dope, man. Yeah, the guy is a solid guy, man. That's my man. I'm with you on that. So, yo, we up to take any questions? Any questions y'all might got for us, man? Any got for the guys? And two, and to that point, man, you know, the whole thing with Killer Priest, man. Even this ain't just start with this. You know, they invited me on there to say, you know, to build about the whole science with Yakub, and brothers was flipping out. Oh, why you gotta talk about that? We gotta show and prove that. Yeah, it's in our lessons. It's in our teachings. Why we don't have to show and prove it?
Yo, it's gonna always be individuals that's gonna always have something to say about whatever is being done, especially if they're not the ones doing it.
Peace, God.
You understand what I'm saying? What I say is that the beautiful thing about this nation is that the understanding that it gave is that how you feel really don't even matter. You know, fuck how you feel. You know, on the real, you know, we doing what we do. If you don't like it, just don't like it. Just don't like it over there. You know, like we say, you know, don't go away mad, just go away.
And God, you know, if it's something that you don't see, or if it's something that you don't agree with, provide the perspective and show and prove. Show and prove it ain't right and exact. Show and prove otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Show and prove otherwise. Show and prove it ain't right and exact. Present the evidence. You know what I used to like, God, is to see guys disagree at a now I don't want to say disagree at a parliament, but you would see like a God disagree with something the brother said intellectually. Yeah, right? Like a God getting a cipher and he's like, yo, he build on something, blah, 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 blah. He might go into a specific history, right? And then, you know, when the God don't agree with it, he ain't gonna cut the God off. Yo, shut up. Fuck what you saying. You wrong. Get out of here. Get your ass out of the cipher. Yo, God, y'all, hey, we gotta get this brother out of the cipher, cause he's saying some shit we don't agree with. Nah, man, it don't work like that, God.
And even when
what happens?
Try to do it, you get piped down.
God, you get piped down because what's gonna happen? The true and living God is gonna then stand up. He's gonna stand up. He's gonna go to the edge of the parliament, right? And soon as that God comes out of the cipher, he gonna say, peace, and walk in the cipher and start building on that shit. God, that used to fascinate me. Cause I used to be like, oh, you still looking like, oh man, the guys is like having an intellectual sparring match right now. You know what I'm saying? And the God go, and you know it's real because God said, yeah, the God said that such and such out of this degree, but you know, if you study this and this and this, you know that that's not right and exact. And so a brother was able to get in the cipher in a civilized fashion and present the information that he has, that he say is right in his act, that he dealing with, and then we can come together and build on it. You know what I mean? So this the science of being civilized, man. My big brother God Allah, man, and God always said, people have to remember, brother was talking to me like I said I did something to his family, man. Like I messed up his money, man. We out here talking about knowledge and civilization thousands of years ago, and whether the earth is round or the earth is flat. My man's ready to throw hands. Yeah, my man's ready to throw hands, guy. He's like, yo, nigga, fuck you. You a bitch. I'm like, wait a minute, brother. We talking about knowledge.
We talking about the earth being flat around.
Yeah, he turns to the king. You trying to get some knowledge? Like, damn, brother. We supposed to be brothers. Oh shit. Oh man. So yeah, guys, it's up, man. You know, and this just the beauty, man, of why when you come around, these are just some of the jewels I got, God, just being around the culture, man. And I got to experience how real men handle things. How when I seen when guys really got a problem with each other, or if it's really something, hey yo, God, let's take a walk. Word is bond. If I seen fam right now, yo, God, let's take a walk. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just that, man. So I do want to take a question from the comments. We would love, Caleb Adams said, we would love to hear your advice for a white person getting knowledge. Ooh, I see you want to add on that?
I'll just be prepared to get the truth, you know, and accept the truth, you know, as it is, you know, whatever it may be.
You said be prepared to get the truth.
Yeah, the truth, you know.
Yeah, no doubt, and I would say, man, you know, be prepared to be the one, you know, that's gonna be it ain't gonna be comfortable. Cause you know, and I think and it's parallel in some ways to people that's getting the knowledge. You know, for black people, when we get the knowledge, when we go back to our people, we saying something totally foreign.
Well, you know, yeah, well, one thing I will say in my experience in regards to exposing this knowledge to, you know, Europeans or whatnot, is I would say that they normally, you know, can understand if they're willing to it, if they're partial to it, they normally can understand and accept it better and easier off the top without so much resistance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to me, you know.
True indeed.
You know, it's more of a struggle with our people to get them to understand it and realize it. You know, where I think the Europeans can understand it more themselves. You know, so they can see more of the things that happen in history or whatever, more of a, you know, literal light. You know, especially when they know that their people are the ones that benefited from it or whatnot. So that's just, you know, it's like the movie They Live.
True indeed.
Well, Roddy Piper, you know, was in there, and he had got a hold to them glasses that allowed him to see reality as it really was and not what it appeared to be. And one of his best friends was an original man, and him trying to get this original man to put these glasses on to see, they got into, it had to be, I think it's probably labeled as the greatest fighting scene in movie history in regards to how long they fought and how, you know, how long and hard these two men fought. And all Roddy Piper wanted my man to do was put these glasses on so he could see, and my man was fighting him. The brother was fighting him that hard that he had to whip my man's ass down and put the glasses on him and make him see. You know, and that's kind of like how hard it is to get our people to, you know, accept the knowledge nowadays.
True indeed. Yeah, I like that movie. That's that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's definitely trying to get these people. It's definitely hard getting these folks to get this knowledge. So, got a few comments. Say Jamar don't like his card pulls on lessons or flat Earth existence. Oh no, definitely. He don't like that. That's why he'll never come talk about that. He don't like to come talk about that shit by himself. He got to bring another Flurb expert to talk for him. Oh yeah, definitely. Deadbeat Void. That's what he say. Shut up, I'll beat your ass. Yeah, hell yeah, man. He ready to put hands on me, man. We talking about the knowledge. Said Caleb Adams said I'm talking to other. Let me see if I can bring this up. I'm talking to other white people that either see it right off the bat, some deny it right off the bat. When they told me the white man is the devil, I had already seen that. Have always been outside because I wanted to be righteous. Oh yeah, no doubt. Definitely, man. I could definitely see that. Yo, peace, Savior, universe, peace to the God. Joey Track say brothers submitting to Yakub and these injection vaccinations. It's like you did learn to take your lesson seriously. So look, Joey Tracks, man, we cannot talk about anything related to vaccinations while on live or YouTube or Facebook. But yeah, they cut your vid, they spend your whole page talking about that shit. They said I agree with you, guys. I agree with you, bro. I ain't taking no vaccines, but to each his own. I'm not trying to give no vaccine advice, none of that, no medical advice. I'm not a I'm not a medical advisor, so yeah, I can't really give a too much of a position on that, bro. Yeah, absolutely. I'm only son. Yeah, yo, bro, he wanted to fight, man. He wanted to fight. Look at the video we just posted on Instagram, man. I said, bro, can y'all give me one piece of evidence to show the original man, the culture of the original man, the original civilization that dealt with a flying flat earth? Fam was like, dawg, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I was like, nigga, you shut up. Who the fuck is you talking to, dog? Like, wait a minute, bro. I thought we was having an intellectual conversation.
I can't even run your ass off.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah. Fam definitely wanted to fight, man.
No more questions
about the knowledge, man. Yeah, man. Fam told me to shut up. He told me to suck his divine I see king. And that he punched me in the mouth. And I mean, it was just getting real. I mean, he didn't even greet me in peace, man. His final words on the podcast was, Father, you see King, Minister Freedom. I mean, he said, fuck Minister Freedom. He said, man, yeah. It got real uncivilized. And, to anybody watching, man, I was really pushing myself forward, man, to make sure that I stayed in a civilized manner, man, and kept it all the way right. So, that's a good question. Yo, Smiles and Frowns, what's up with the degree of the day? Okay, I can see that. I see you want to jump on that one. You want me to hop into it?
Well, it goes right into what we're talking about for the day. We're not sitting at home waiting on nothing.
Peace, God. Ooh.
We're making ourselves seen and heard. We going out and we going to get it. That's why we're not sitting at home waiting. We getting out and we going to get it. The ones that sitting at home waiting, those the ones that we say like, those the ones we looking to go and teach. How to get up, get out and get something. Making yourself seen in the workplace. You understand?
True
Being
indeed.
Productive. Making yourself seen and heard. We don't sit back and wait for a mystery. We don't sit back and wait for that which is not there. We produce it. We producers.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You take your knowledge and you add that knowledge and you manifest something. And I mean, shit, that's the only way you're going to take care of your kingdom.
I'm telling you, God. Word is bond. Yes. No, absolutely, God. Absolutely. And I mean, for me, God, just to add on with that, man, will you sit at home and wait for a mystery God to bring you food? You know, for anybody who knows me, man, and knows me personally, man, myself, Minister Freedom Allah, man, I'm a speaker. I'm a coach. I'm a trainer. I'm somebody who works and is looking to position myself, man, to be someone who speaks in and on a public platform. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, I ain't coming in my honorable name. I'm coming in the righteous name. So that means anytime that I speak, or anytime that I do anything, or anytime that I'm invited anywhere, I always got to speak from the position of from the position of and as a 5%er. So with that, man, we gotta always be prepared to have these scholarly conversations about who we are, you know. And for me, you know, doing bills and doing these things like the Killer Priest podcast, as well as having, you know, our podcast, having these conversations, having these talks, man, that's not sitting at home waiting for somebody to help me introduce the world to my voice. Right? I ain't about to sit at home and wait for the reality that I'm looking for, that we looking for, that the legacy that I want for myself to just come. Now we gonna make it happen. So yeah, man, as well as, you know, like the God said, we ain't sitting at home waiting on a mystery God to bring us nothing.
Because the man took too much time,
I'm telling you,
to do that. And that degree helps us understand that. And we're not going to lose no more time searching for that which does not exist. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to get up, get out, and get it.
I'm telling you, absolutely.
We had that, you know, that the new way they say it is, you know, you got to get to the bag. You understand what I'm saying? We had that phrase. That phrase is old. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't getting to the bag. It was get up, get out, and get something. You know what I'm saying? You was getting it. Too Short said we was getting it. You know what I'm saying? You know, Goody Mob, they said get up, get out, and get something. You know, E40 said you got to get that Skrilla. You know, that Fetty. You know, that guacamole.
Here go one for you. Joey Track say that was yesterday's degree.
You said what?
I said he said that was yesterday's degree.
According to who?
I know that's right. Ooh.
According to who?
I'm telling you.
Cause you saying this a new day? It's daylight outside?
He done got himself into some shit.
That's what you dealing with? You on that white man's clock. We on the law's clock.
Ooh. That's a whole nother science. Well, we need to build on the science of the clock one of these days. One of these good episodes.
Right.
Yeah, that may be a good one to get. See if we can get elevation up in here, man. Yeah.
About post meridian.
Yeah. It's working. I'm like in the Bible Belt and have had people asking me about the 5% from your bills on the KP pod. Then I have never ever had. Yo, peace. He said, oh, what's tomorrow's degree is what he said. What's tomorrow's degree is what he meant. Why does the devil teach that? You know, because he desires to make slaves out of all that he can so that he can rob them and live in luxury. You know, and the whole science is what the lessons is just giving you. That's just the lessons giving you the understanding. For you to understand why the devil want to teach you. Why does he teach you to sit at home and wait for him to give you food? Why he teach you about a mystery God?
He teaches you nothing.
Right. That's right.
Not saying you in particular, brother.
God. No, Bill, add on, God.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
Clarifying myself.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like you said, he desires to make slaves. You know? He want us to worship him. He want to rob everybody that he can, man, so he could live in luxury. That's the whole point. That's the whole purpose and the whole value of this mystery God shit. That's why we here to kill all religion. That's why I don't mind coming at that flat earth shit, man. That shit religion. They say that it's a firmament dome. That it's a dome, that the sun and the moon and the stars is inside the dome. And outside the dome is heaven. And under the dome is the pillars to hell. That's why I said all that shit come from Daniel Rothbottom. He was the one who popularized it in Western culture, man. You know, so in the early Europeans, for them, it got crushed for them when they came in contact with the Moors. You know, the Greeks used to believe it until they sent Eucrates and Plato and all of them. They went to Egypt and they seen the obelisk and they was like, "Oh, we was fucking up. we fucked up." You know what I'm saying? You know, so yeah, man. We dealing with the science of the original, man. We want to make sure the people is right and exact. And we want to make sure that we keeping it and coming with it all the way live, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't taking. Listen, man. I was taught we ain't taking no wooden nickels. We ain't taking no wooden nickels, man. We been letting a lot of these brothers slide, man. And these brothers got these brothers wood nickels, man. You know what I mean? Now, when these clowns was getting called out and we saying certain shit, nah, man, we about to question you. We about to make you show and what? Prove. We want you to show and prove, man, about what you saying and what's coming out your mouth. And that's anywhere, man. So if you've been with us, make sure, man, that you tune in. We're gonna be on the Lord Jamar podcast this upcoming Friday. So because his stuff runs so long, what we may end up doing is streaming. It's doing like a double stream. Is why we on the actual live with Killer Priest, man. We might pull the stream over here if I can. If not, we'll just do a little private stop build when we hop off, man. Or just kind of share the stream on Killer Priest. Yeah, on Killer Priest podcast. We're gonna be on Killer Priest podcast. My bad. We're gonna be on Killer Priest podcast on Friday, but y'all know we usually do the God and Earth Hour on Fridays as well. So what we may do is just get in here a little earlier. Get our joint done, you know what I mean, then hop on KP joint, even if I may have a guest a little earlier. I know the God Divine Understanding Born Law want to get in here. Oh yeah, definitely. Lord Jamar is not letting us on this show. Nah, hell nah. So we supposed to be on Killer Priest joint. We're gonna be back on Killer Priest joint. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna be doing a whole presentation. Yes, Joey Tracks. This is definitely a teaching lesson. We're gonna be dealing with a teaching lesson. We're gonna be dealing with mathematics, degrees. I'm gonna go through. Me and the guys been talking about a nice little build of what we gonna dialogue with and what we gonna go through. Back on Killer Priest joint on Friday.
Joey Tracks, that name sound familiar.
That's all. He out in Kentucky, man, with All Powerful in there.
Okay, I know that name sound familiar.
Yep, we got a YouTube channel, Wolf Strong 365, man. We live on YouTube right now. The 5% Connection. The 5% Connection, man. Yeah, definitely check us out on YouTube. Follow us, cause you it's actually a fuller frame. Peace, man. Hall of Fame Trap. Peace, God. What's up to the God? I know who that is. That's the God right there. Peace to the God. Yeah, man. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. We gonna keep it coming all the way live, man. I will that the content was powerful and insightful tonight, man. So anybody got any last minute questions before we get up out of here, man? Peace to the guys. Yeah, Dr. Bahu was in here with us earlier. The God ain't the late hour, so he don't hang too much for the podcast. Yeah, peace to the God. No, Joey Tracks was throwing some love out to Dr. Bahu. Yeah, peace to the God. Yeah. Oh yeah. We definitely gonna be dealing with some math and science. Yeah. So, man, if y'all don't if y'all got any last minute questions for us, please drop them, man. I want to thank y'all, man, for tuning in with us. We usually try to keep the live going about an hour, so we can make sure we get up in here and get up early and keep this thing showing and proving. We don't want to give too much. We want to give just enough that it's able to sit on the mind, man, and we can keep it rolling. We can keep y'all coming back. So if anybody just tuning in, if you hopped in late, we've been dealing with the science of why we got to be seen and heard everywhere, man. Or why gods and earths got to be interconnected, or why we got to be present in all these spaces and all these conversations, and not be afraid to build. You know what I mean? So peace. Yeah, Caleb Adams said peace. Thank you. Always learn a lot from these. Very helpful for people who are new to the culture. Yeah, peace, bro. That's definitely the goal, man. That's definitely what we're here for, man. That's definitely one of the goals. So I am only son on Instagram said, haven't you heard that your word is bond? Build on that real quick. So I got one I could share on that. A jewel a great God gave me about that lesson, and I really been seeing that. The God asked me, have you, of course, the degree that he referring to is, have you not learned that your word shall be bond regardless to whom or what? Yes, my word is bond, and bond means life, and I will give my life before my word shall fail. And what the God asked me was, so God, do you, is that something that is taken literal? Right? Is that something that, means that, okay, if you fail to keep your word that you're supposed to die? Like if you say, yo, God, I'm going to be here at 10 o'clock, my word is bond, and I'm going to give my life if my word shall fail. You know what I'm saying? So, your word failed, we just got to cut your head off. Right, so of course I was like, what, I never thought about it like that. God, yeah, we really can't take it. Can you really take it literal? And what he helped me understand was that the science it says that have you not learned your word shall be bond. Now, the first thing to focus on is that we're talking about a word. Now, the word, what is the word that is a bond? We all, like, when you hear the Christian people talk about it, when they talk about the teachings, when they talk about the knowledge itself, what do they call it? The word. The good word. So, what I understood was that the knowledge is the word. The knowledge is the teachings. So when you say, have you not learned that your word shall be bond? Through these words, through these teachings, when the gods and earths come together and, teach one another, or when you learn this knowledge from your educator, you create a bond through the words. Even we go to the answer. Yes, my word is bond. Yes, my word is bond. So the word becomes a bond, and that bond means life. Through those words and through those bonds, we create life. And I will give my life before my word shall fail. What does that mean? Meaning that I will give my life, right, before this word fails. Meaning that you're gonna spend your life and dedicate your life through sharing the word and exchanging the words and making sure that these words get bonded to other people. So that's how I see that, man. The 11th degree in the 1 through 40, man. Have your word shall be bond. Yeah,
God,
Go ahead, add on, God.
Yeah, to add on with that, that reminds me of something that the God resurrected our power said years ago. And he said that if that degree was held to be literal, it wouldn't be no more gods and earths on the planet. That's how important that degree is. Because when you say something like that, and like the God said, if word is bond, that means every word that come out your mouth, you got to make sure you live up to. That's why in the Muslim world, they got a saying that they say, Inshallah.
I'm telling you.
When they say certain things, they say, Inshallah. Mean God willing. And they say that, just in case they word fail. I'll see you later on, inshallah. You understand what I'm saying? That's a Muslim thing. But that's a safekeeping, just to make sure in case they word fail. Because they understand how important it is, once you put it out there. You understand? So, I'm very slow to tell the individual, I'll be there at this particular time. I don't tell the individual a certain time. I tell you, I'll be there. I'll be there shortly. Not long.
I know that's right.
I'm not giving you a particular time.
Is you not about to put me on your clock?
You know, and I could make sure that I keep my word like that.
Peace God.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, you know, I didn't show up at, 4:45. I show up at, 5 o'clock. You know, I said I'll be here shortly. That meant 15 minutes. You know, whatever the case may be. But however, another thing is when it comes to that word is bomb, you know, I learned early, and it was always taught, and it still is, that a man's word is worth his weight in gold.
Shit.
You understand? A man's word is worth his weight in gold. If once a man says something to you,
big Jules,
and it's not lived out, he don't make sure that word is fulfilled, that mean he ain't worth shit. If what he say don't mean nothing, I mean, you may as well not even deal with him.
Ooh.
You may as well not even deal with him. Because his word don't mean nothing. What he say don't mean shit. And it's important for individuals to know that your word is bond. You say you're going to do something, do it. And the moment that you think you're not going to do it or be able to do it, make knowledge born. Let it be known. Because you want your word to stay intact.
Telling you.
And your word is, right next to your integrity.
Yes.
As an individual. And that's man or woman.
Telling you, God. No, I like that. Yo, peace, God. Absolutely. Like you said, when you go into the integrity piece, God, I definitely can see that, man. Yo, peace, yeah. And if anybody out in the comments, man, if y'all got some more questions for us, man, make sure you drop them. Me and the God, we definitely taking questions, man. We've been talking about a whole bunch of stuff, man. We were talking about how my man Lord, how our old brother Lord Jamar, man, he's got a little personal vendetta with me right now. So he real bad. The brother wanted to fight. He ready to fight me over some knowledge, man.
He want to move some furniture around.
He want to say, like Vera. He said, "Quick, we need to step out back." You know what I'm saying? Yo, I was showing up with it. He ready to step out back about the knowledge itself, man. You know what I'm saying? So we been talking about that. Why you got to be seen and heard everywhere. How being God is about being the Lord of all the worlds. You know what I'm saying?
Not the flat one.
I was telling you, man. Not the flat one, man. Yo, man. I see it. That's right. Yo, peace, dope void, man. Yo, peace to the guys. Yo, peace, bro. Thank you, man. We appreciate it, man. Yeah, no, definitely, bro. Not the flat one, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be seen in the schools, on the internet, on the street corner, in the gambling house, in the dens, man. Everywhere that the youth is at, everywhere that the people is in a place, man, where they lack knowledge of self, man. That's what we gotta be, man. Yo, if you looking to become a guest, man, inbox us. Quentin Wilson, man, on Facebook. Send a 5% connection in inbox, bro. We can get you on here, and we can get on here and build. We bring you up here. We put some guest time in here with you, man. If you got some questions or some add-ons, send us an inbox. Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I am only son. Yes, God. Yes, he wanted to fight. He definitely want to fight. He still want to fight. He was thinking about me the whole time.
Maybe we have a boxing match. Maybe we put a boxing match.
Well, I invited him to the Universal Rally, which we know he ain't about to show up on that. Boy, who told him? Told me I should have gave him the address. God say, God, I don't know why you steady talking about meet you at the Universal Parliament. He said, God, fuck that. We in D-Mecca. I said, damn, God. I said, God, yeah. Yo, the guy got a whole attitude over here early when I showed you that shit.
Yeah, he better be.
Yo, the guy called God. Listen.
Once you get the doctor involved, you go. Other individuals start getting involved.
Yo,
come on now.
Yo, God, look, me and the guy was over here. I showed the guy that shit. The guy got a whole attitude. Like, yo, he told me, like, yo, God, you done blew my whole. Yo, the guy got a whole attitude. It was like, yo, God. It was like, God, you should have just Gave him the address. Fuck all that. All that parliament shit. I had to D-Mac.
I was just thinking, I was like, damn, he was just here at D-Mac not too
Oh,
down
man.
at 90. I was like, yo, we really didn't have an interest in coming down there to see you there, but shit had all this shit happening in hindsight. We ain't been there.
I'm talking about, and he was up in there with the guy, right? Oh shit! Oh man, that's just so funny, guy. Yeah, man. So it's something, man. I ain't got, like I said, God, I don't have nothing against the brother. KP told me that the dialogue was supposed to be with David Weiss. Fam pops up, and he said, man, I came on here to run that motherfucker off of here. Me and the guy was like, damn, nigga, I thought we all was God. Shit. I was like, yo, nigga. That nigga said, nigga, I came on here just to get your ass off here, motherfucker. And then, 3 hours later, when he was getting off, that motherfucker say, yeah, and fuck Minister Freer. Boy, I'm still thinking about his little young ass.
He was not gonna leave that show without saying that. That was a predetermined thought in his mind.
Shit.
Word is bond.
Oh, yeah, that shit was a predetermined. It was predetermined.
I saw it.
Yeah,
I seen it like a zenith.
Oh, shit. What he say? It feel kind of hot, like he gonna get burnt.
Second thing is good, second thing is
oh, shit. Yo, oh, shit. Yeah, Joey Tracks, man, we definitely... The doctor, but even that's what he said. He said, yo, guy, he said, I can't even show Supreme that shit. Yeah, oh, man, yo. Peace, I am only son, man. Yo, peace. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, what I was, bro, I was just trying to stay civilized. I wasn't trying to,
You did, God. You did a good job, God.
That's why I was cracking jokes and shit.
It came out of left field, God, and it was so suddenly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When I saw his name pop up on the screen, I'm like, yo, lightweight. I almost felt set up, like, yo.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I know what's about to happen when this guy come on here. You ain't about to let this guy on, is you? You know?
Nah, you ain't lying.
And then he came on, you know what I'm saying? Start trying to push his clout around, and it's like, yo, okay, I see what kind of party this is right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, no, absolutely, God. And it's all cool.
No doubt.
It's all
but
good.
the God, you know what I'm saying? The God made it right. The God,
Yeah.
He wasn't expecting it either. In reference to Killer Priest, he wasn't expecting it either.
I don't think KP was expecting that.
Nah, he wasn't expecting it. He wasn't expecting it.
Nah, nobody was expecting somebody who claimed to be God, man, be an uncivilized man and invite another man to your phallus, man. Where would they do that at?
That is one thing that I do like about Killer Priest and the way he do it, showing in regards to he gonna let you get your joint off. You know what I'm saying? He ain't hitting the mute button on you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You gonna say what you gotta say, whatever. I like that about his show. He keep it raw and uncut.
Well, and that what it does is it gives a person the opportunity to either climb the rope or hang themselves.
Exactly.
Word is bond.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We say that too. Like, yo, you only gonna catch the fish. To catch the fish, you gotta do what? Open his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So shit, guy. You know what I'm saying? He able to build, talk his little shit, and hang himself, man. You know what I'm saying? And look corny and look emotional. You know what I'm saying? But to anybody, man, it was never about fam. I was supposed to be having a conversation with David Weiss. And fam pops up. So, we just being seen and heard everywhere. We crushing the job pretenders. We calling out the lames. And we showing and proving, man, at no limit of time, man. You know what I'm saying? And just kick it all the way hard. Johnny Glamour, man, I love that. You can love someone deep inside your heart, and there's nothing wrong with that. If a lot of people love each other, the world would be a better place to live, man. Absolutely, fam. Absolutely. I got to give you a round of applause for that. Absolutely, fam, and I think that's what it's boiled down to. You know what I mean? Even if we can't agree, right? Even if we got different perspectives, as I see something one way and you see it another way, we should still have love for one another as a human being, respect as a man, to respect the man enough not to call that man out his name.
Exactly.
To respect the man enough to say, yo, I'm gonna sit back and let this man talk, and then when it's my turn, I'm gonna talk.
And then, I mean, just the simple fact that, like, you know, you give respect to him, even to the fact that, like, yo, you know, you part of a, you know, historic icon group, you know, that I know that I grew up listening to, you know, and, you know, you sit down and get down to some of them jams right here to this day, you know, and I think, you know, to me personally, you know, being, you know, a hip hop baby, that's kind of like what's even more disheartening.
Yeah.
You know, to know like this is the individual that, you know, you had odds with over something like this, you know, and it's like, yo, okay, you know, I just rather just go sit back and, you know, don't let it go to my head, you know.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. It was definitely over the line, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep kicking it all the way live. We're going to keep bringing the truth. Oh, yeah, man, Coach Canada, I appreciate you. Peace to you on Instagram. Yo, I was definitely striving to stay in my discipline, man, to stay on the square, on the podcraft. Y'all always be dope, man. I just... You know, I'm going to be honest, man. I can only handle so much, man, when a man tell me... fuck you and just, you know, all that, man. It just kind of got out there, man. So, you know, but you know how it go, man. When you God and when you civilized, you prepared for all these things. It's just like handling irate niggas on the street. Like the last time, like I was at the mall teaching one time out in Eastland. And, you know, I was building with these brothers. I said, man, yo, we got to get this knowledge, man. Some little young cats. They was in high school. And I cut into them. I'm like, yo, man, y'all got to get the knowledge. Black man, we got to wake up. Our people been taught, been miseducated. And fam was like, man, I ain't no slave. My mama, I was like, man, our parents, our great-grandparents were slaves. Our parents were slaves. And he was like, man, shit, fuck you, man. What you talking about my mama? I was like, nah, brother. I'm trying to give you some knowledge, little dude. You know what I'm saying? It just went left. And I was like, yo, oh, man. A lot of our people sick, God. You know what I'm saying? and just you know, some people, I think a lot of us, man, we just be in fight mode, God. Just ready to be combative and antagonistic, man. So, you know how it go. Yeah, I'm only son say that no young guys don't know this nigga, so we got no emotions attached. Whoa, I can deal that. No, yo, Priest has a great deal of respect. Yo, peace, coach. I definitely appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that, man. And yeah, I got a lot of love for Priest too, man. I like his music.
Yeah, shit. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No, Priest has bangers.
Yeah.
Priest got bangers.
Yeah,
super duper bangers.
Super duper bangers. Yeah, you know, lie. Word is bond. I'm talking about that, and you know, it kicks it, man. So, you know, yeah. So it's definitely always dope, man. We gonna keep on moving forward. We gonna keep on building. You know, our goal here, man, is to keep showing and proving. We gonna keep coming with dope topics. We're gonna look to keep it coming all the way live. So we're a little bit over our hour mark. We usually only keep the God and Earth hour going for an hour. But if the bill going good, man, and we got questions, we don't mind taking questions and answering them.
Yeah, y'all go with the questions. I like the questions.
Yeah. The God definitely enjoys the questions. And we don't mind taking them, especially once we run through the subject. Today we just talked about, man, why we have to be seen and heard everywhere. If you missed the whole episode, man, you can check it out on all streaming platforms. We'll have it up like within the next day or so. Spotify, all, you know, streaming platforms, Apple Podcasts, and all that good stuff. You definitely can check it out on there. If you want to check out some of the God and Earth Hour merchandise, man, you can go to the knowledgeofselfstore.com. That's the knowledgeofselfstore.com, man. That's where we host our merchandise. We got shirts and hats and sweatshirts and hoodies and all of that good stuff. If you want to donate to the platform, you want to support our live stream, man, you can go to the 5percentconnection.live/tips, and you can support us. We're going to keep it rolling. I see you got any closing remarks, man, anything you want to leave the folks with?
Yo, I just want to say I appreciate everybody, you know what I'm saying, that tuned in and, you know, just doing the knowledge to what it is that we're doing to give us y'all support, you know. You could have been anywhere tonight, but you chose to be here with us. For that, we're grateful. And I want to say peace and positivity to all of the positive people in the universe.
Man, peace to the God. Peace to the God. Peace to the God. Caleb Adams said, if y'all have time, we would love to see an episode dealing with your perspectives on Paul Gertrude's research. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. We're going to put that together for you.
Yeah.
Word is bond.
Yeah, we'll put that together for you. Word. And in fact, man, we really striving to get Brother Paul on the platform. We just put that out there for everybody that's in tune, man. But it ain't, it ain't happened yet. It's just something we love to do, man. Brother Paul don't really do too many public talks no more.
I really appreciate that brother.
Yeah, that brother got a lot of information. He's a good brother. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we definitely love to add on and build with some of the research that Brother Paul Gertrude came with, and I'm sure you talking about just in his perspective to the lessons and some of the teachings of that come from the lessons. Yeah, we definitely would mind kind of delving into that. If you go and check out our last, I want to say that was the last episode, wasn't it, God? We was kind of going through some of it a little bit, but yeah, we definitely be down to do a whole episode going through that and going through some of that research and some of that science. So that's definitely something you could look out for. I'm gonna write that down right now, and we get that going, man. So look, to anybody else that's out here, man, if you just joined us, man, we about to get out of here. We damn near touched on the 2-hour mark, man. It's been a positive pleasure, and we appreciate y'all, man. We had a really, really dope talk, man. If you missed it, just hit the rewind button, man. No matter what platform no matter what platform you on, and we're gonna get it up there for you. Peace and supreme peace to everybody that's out there, man. I want to lead y'all in the same way that we met y'all and greeted y'all, man. And I'm gonna see y'all next time. Make sure y'all check in with us Friday. We're gonna work to make sure that we on here and the Killer Priest podcast. So let's do it. We're gonna keep it coming all the way live. Peace. We